All right, let's zoom out for a moment and look at the broader picture shaping the crypto market right now. Because today's rebound isn't just about Bitcoin, it's about global macro conditions. As of today, the total cryptocurrency market capitalization has climbed roughly 3%, bringing the overall market back to somewhere between $2.4 and $2.5 trillion. Bitcoin is stabilizing in the $70,000 to $71 range, while Ethereum is trading between roughly $2,050 and $2,100. Both assets posted gains of around 2 to 3% on the day, with many altcoins following the same upward move. But what's driving that shift? Once again, macro relief. Earlier this week, oil prices were approaching $120 per barrel, which sparked fears of another inflation surge and a potential shock to global markets. But as diplomatic signals suggested tensions around Iran may ease, and the International Energy Agency indicated emergency reserves could be released if necessary, crude oil prices fell sharply, dropping below the $90 level. And when oil falls that quickly, inflation expectations tend to cool, which allows investors to rotate back into risk assets, including equities and crypto. Another important factor here involves capital flows into Bitcoin ETFs. Reports indicate that U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs have seen hundreds of millions of dollars in weekly inflows, with estimates ranging from roughly $568 million to over $1 billion in recent sessions. That institutional demand appears to be helping absorb selling pressure that emerged during the recent market correction. In other words, even while retail sentiment remains cautious, institutional money continues to accumulate exposure. Now, the next major catalyst for markets will likely be U.S. inflation data, specifically the upcoming Consumer Price Index report. If CPI comes in at or below expectations, around 2.5% year over year, analysts believe Bitcoin could attempt another push toward the $74,000 resistance level, with Ethereum potentially targeting $2,200 or higher. But the risks remain very real. If inflation surprises to the upside or geopolitical tensions escalate again, Bitcoin could easily revisit the $65,000 support zone, while Ethereum may test levels closer to $1,800. So the market right now is balancing two competing forces, improving macro conditions and lingering uncertainty, which means the next few weeks could be critical in determining whether this rebound becomes a sustained trend or simply another pause in a volatile market cycle.